Super Saturday morning, everybody. Great morning to you. Great morning, great morning, great morning. Let's go. Yeah. Great morning, everybody. Super Saturday to you. Great morning, great morning, great morning. How's everybody doing? How are you doing out there? Talk to me, talk to me, talk to me. It's good to see you all today. What a blessing. Great morning, everybody. Super Saturday morning to you. Good to see you. Not even good to see you. It's just really great to see you and great to be seen. And I want to welcome each and every one of you. I want to thank you for being here this morning. We've got so much to cover. We really do. And I just want to say that I'm kind of moved this morning, a little bit emotionally, and I'm not going to take up a whole lot of your time. But again, you're valuable. I see you. I appreciate you. I thank you. And I truly love each and every one of you. You're so valuable and you're so special and you're such gems on this planet that again, I always say that I would not want to be another place on a Saturday morning, that this is my place. And I just want to thank you all for being here with me. I am Mitch Race. I'm an image strategist and coach, and I help seasoned professional men and women, human beings who are distracted, unclear, and don't know their value, gain clarity and vision so that they can become the best version of themselves while earning their desired high level income to match their image. And whether you're watching live or catching the replay, I want to thank you for being here this morning. This is the 50th episode of the Mitch Race podcast. And to God be the glory for this story, I am telling you. Because I guess if I had had it my way, I would not be here at all. And we would just like not know each other. And I would be missing out hugely. And the planet and God's purpose would be robbed of my gift and my calling and me walking in it. So great things happen when you follow purpose and when you discover your purpose and you figure it out and you do it despite your misgivings. And that's what I did. Despite my misgivings about podcasting and anything, I actually did it, regardless of how I felt at the time. And then I realized what a wonderful gift it is and that someone is being free because I had the courage and passion to go on a journey and discover my calling and my purpose and fulfill it. And it's still being fulfilled. I haven't really noticed the time, and I'm not really much keeping track about the quantity of podcasts because I think that but I hope that the quality and the value of each episode has grown and keeps growing so that every week continues to move someone in the direction of better. I truly hope and believe and trust that my podcast and calling has moved someone to life changing thinking and action in your self discovery and self image journey and closer to the best version of yourselves. And it continues. I really do. And I want to thank you. Thank you for all of your support everywhere on every platform. Thank you for your likes. Thank you for your shares. Thank you for your subscriptions, your follows, your reach outs, your comments, and your prayers. I don't take any of you for granted at all, or any of the blessings that I've been given for granted at all. And I'm just looking to help as many people as I'm called to with this platform and in this platform in my zone of genius. And I'm excited about what we're going to do together in 2025. And I hope that you are too. If you're getting value from this, please put it in the chats. If you're excited, please put it in the chats. And if you can relate, please put it in the chat. I want to open this podcast by reading a single sentence found in the prologue of a book entitled Invisible Man. It was written in 1952 by African American author Ralph Ellison. And this is the quote from the book: I am invisible. Understand, simply because people refuse to see me. I got so lost in the simplicity and profoundness, the timelessness, the loneliness, and sheer weight of these few words as they so acutely and accurately describe the condition of invisibility from an African American perspective at some unpretty or in some unpretty and rocky cultural crossroads and challenging times in America. And certainly many feel that way today, but also how this perspective isn't just about African Americans, but about a segment of society who, for a number of reasons, feel exactly as that statement sets the table for. I had briefly mentioned in my first podcast on invisibility a few months ago, late last year, something called invisibility syndrome. And in lieu of Martin Luther King's Day, on Monday, the holiday, MLK, I'm prompted to expand upon this topic and to help enlighten and maybe educate others and help people understand how some of the complexities of prejudice impact the self-esteem and self-value of some of our valuable African American brothers and sisters, and continue to shed some light on invisibility as it affects all types of valuable people. And we are all valuable. No matter where you come from, no matter what race you are, we are all valuable. And before going, I'd like to just cite a few sources: Boston College, Aggie Digital Collections and Scholarship, North Carolina Agricultural and Technical University, Sage Journals, PubMed, and the Office of Justice Programs. I'm going to share a stat with you. According to various studies, a significant portion of people report feeling invisible in life, which estimates suggesting that around 50%, that's 50% of Americans sometimes or always feel like no one knows them well, which could be interpreted as feeling somewhat invisible. This data comes from an Ipsos poll where 54% of respondents reported this feeling. The Ipsos Group is a multinational market research and consulting firm with headquarters in Paris, France. Here's an overview and some key points as we get into it about invisibility syndrome and African Americans. Invisibility syndrome refers to a psychological concept where African Americans experience a feeling of being unseen or disregarded by society due to racial prejudices, leading to a sense that their talents, abilities, and personal worth are not acknowledged or valued, effectively making them feel invisible in their interactions with others. This is often attributed to repeated experiences of racial slights and discrimination. So I want to give you some background, give you, again, some of these key points. And one of them is the definition. This concept of invisibility describes the inner psychological experience of feeling like one's identity and contributions are not recognized due to societal biases based on race, leading to a sense of not being fully seen or valued as an individual. And as we all know, these are super important and valuable to anyone's self esteem, self image, their confidence, and their value. There's an impact on mental health Invisibility syndrome can be linked to increased stress, anxiety, depression, and feelings of alienation as individuals struggle to navigate a world where they feel their experiences are not acknowledged. And again, this has been very extremely important and valuable to the African American community that we live in and that we grow up in. And as we grow up as from being young adults and small children, and we get older, become teens and get older in this planet. So our mental health is affected when we have this invisibility syndrome that's due to any kind of prejudice. And the same can be said for any kind of prejudice that is taken out on another group of people. It goes both ways, but this is certainly something that has affected us, our people, for many years, and it may be for years to come. So it's something that's valuable and something for us to be aware of, and it's not something to fight about. It's something to fight to overcome and fight for visibility. The origin of the term invisibility syndrome is often attributed to psychologist Dr. Anderson J. Franklin, who developed a model to understand the psychological effects of racism on African American men. So there was an actual study done on this, and you can go online, and there are many references to learn more about this. And if you've never heard of it, you're hearing it for the first time. Wonderful. Knowledge is a great thing to have. And when we're able to learn and act on it and apply it to our lives, apply it to our self-image and our understanding of of how our self-esteem is affected and how we may be affecting someone else's self-esteem and and livelihood and living, that's important. That is where it becomes very valuable for us to have these exchanges and conversations and learning. Importance of addressing invisibility syndrome and also looking at how it affects self-esteem. Well, understanding and addressing invisibility syndrome is crucial in providing appropriate support and interventions to African Americans who may be struggling with the psychological impact of racism. And this is something that has happened and will most likely continue to happen. And as we look upon our society and we look at each other, uh, prayerfully, this message of how this affects our visibility in America and beyond on the planet in what we do and the acknowledgement for uh, our contributions, that's something that doesn't just get panned, because I don't think that anyone really, and you think about it, no one should feel invisible when it comes to their race or their color or their gender. No one. We all have we all have our purpose, and we all have a reason for being here, and we're all created on this planet in God's image, and that's beautiful. So I just want to say that in today's unpacking of some of these key points and this overview on invisibility syndrome, it may be worth noting that Eleanor Roosevelt, or Roosevelt, the former First Lady of the United States, said, "No one can make you feel inferior without your consent." And as we come in for yet another landing and we kind of hang glide a little before we go into other uncharted airspaces, I'm going to leave you with three quotes from civil rights leader Martin Luther King. Hope. We must accept finite disappointment, but never lose infinite hope. Courage. Courage is an inner resolution to go forward despite obstacles. And love. I have decided to stick to love. Hate is too great a burden to bear. Again, I want to thank you all for being here on the Mitch Race podcast today. I truly, truly hope you have an amazing and blessed and mindful Martin Luther King weekend, and that you find it in yourselves to be kind to yourselves, be kind to each other, and just be kind to strangers as well. Because you can change lives with your kindness. You can change lives with your understanding now of how different things and how different people are affected when they are invisible, when they feel invisible, when they feel less than and under acknowledged. And I honestly believe in my heart of hearts that there is great, outstanding value in that. And that is something to go into 2025 with, as again, we look to become better. We're looking to become the best version of ourselves, and we're looking to help others grow and become the best version of themselves. So thank you. I want to thank you again, each and every one. I'll see you soon. And I just want to say this too. Reframe, don't forget to reframe your vision, reframe your value, and reframe your victory. And I'll see you again soon, prayerfully next weekend. Thank you, everybody.